Welcome to the Directors Club podcast, your go-to resource for child care center owners and directors seeking success at their centers. Each week, we dive into the world of child care management, sharing valuable tips, tools, resources, and strategies to help you build enrollment, retain top teachers, and streamline your operations. With a casual and lighthearted approach, we tackle the challenges you face from staffing and enrollment to business skills and time management. Join us as we unlock the secrets to creating a thriving child care center. Let's laugh, learn, and grow together. This is the Directors Club podcast. Welcome to the Directors Club podcast, your go-to resource for child care center owners and directors seeking success at their centers. Each week, we dive into the world of child care management, sharing valuable tips, tools, resources, and strategies to help you build enrollment, retain top teachers, and streamline your operations. With a casual and lighthearted approach, we tackle the challenges you face from staffing and enrollment to business skills and time management. Join us as we unlock the secrets to creating a thriving child care center. Let's laugh, learn, and grow together. This is the Directors Club podcast. Hey there, it's Noelle from the Directors Club, and I have been seeing a lot of you talk about time off and how to deal with the call-outs and all the things when it comes to it. So today, I'm digging into these strategies that are going to aim to strike a balance between the need for flexibility and the crucial requirements to maintain ratios at our centers. And so with a focus on clear communication, fairness, and operational efficiencies, these ideas are designed to ensure that you have smooth staffing while providing your team with the time off flexibility they deserve. I'm going to dive into a few of these, but the first tip I want to share with you today is that I want you to have this conversation with your team. At your next staff meeting, talk about time off. Talk about that you're struggling to balance that work-life balance with them and maintain ratio, and that to schedule time off with you instead of calling out. I think that's a really healthy conversation to have with your team. I have had this in the past where people just call out because then you find out, oh, I need a mental health day or I need this. So say that to them. It's really hard when you last minute call out or even the night before. If you need a mental health day, I get it. Just tell me. You just come in the office and say, hey, if you have a day off coming up or everyone's here and you're able to let me not come in or leave right away, I would love to take a paid day off. I really just need it for whatever purpose, okay? So the first tip I'm going to give you on tackling these time off issues is advance notice and rotation. So a lot of people ask if we require staff to submit time off requests in advance, how far in advance, and then how do you make sure it's fair? But our center, anybody can put time off in anytime, whether it's the next day, can't guarantee it. And in that staff meeting, we say that. If you give me something today, I cannot guarantee tomorrow. So pre-plan all your things. The only thing that we don't let them pre-plan is the summer because we have 32 staff and a short 8-week summer. We have the staffing to allow many people to be off at one time, but we do say that until a certain date, and I think it's in April, where we cut off full week. We say if you're going to take a full week off in the summer, come tell us now from January until April. Let us know the week that you're going to take off and we'll put you in for a full week. Once the deadline comes in April, then anybody can put in a Friday or a Monday they want it off, or maybe they want Thursday, Friday off, or a day or two around 4th of July. Then we start allowing after April these odd times off so that we try and guarantee everyone a full week if they want it and then break the summer up. But other than that, everything is available to anybody. The next tip is a limit on concurrent time off. What does that mean? That means establishing a policy that limits the number of staff members allowed to take time off each week. So ours is every day. We can't have more than 2 people taking paid time off because we don't have enough coverage if there's sick people and all the other things. So consider limiting how many people you can give off in a day, and be really transparent with your team. Tell them, hey, I can't give more than X number of people a day off because we just don't have the staffing. It's not that I don't want to do it, but I might also have to limit it. Another idea, another tip that we have for you is consider limiting the number of days they take off a year. We limit that at 20. That's 4 weeks. Now, they might not get paid for 4 weeks, but we say to our team, we believe that more than 4 weeks is a disruption to the childcare classrooms itself. And so give them a limit of, like I said, 20 days. Then on top of it, they get holidays. Let's say that's another 15. That's 35 days off. That's 7 weeks off during the year, during a 52-week year. And while we do have to maintain consistency at the center, this is why we do it. And so we try and give them a guideline on that. So when they're starting to creep up, if they do, because at our center, they get 10 paid days off for new people. We're saying 20 is the max. So once they hit 10, they're not going to get paid for any more. But they're still out, and it's still affecting the overall schedule of the child care center. Think about allowing them to take that time off unpaid, but then giving them a warning, like at the 3-week mark, at the 15-day mark. I would call them in and just say, I just want to give you a heads up. You're already at the 15 days off this year. 20 is our max. I'm asking you to really think about your time off and your calling out, that it doesn't impact your performance here at the center. Put it in your employee handbook. You can also talk about it at staff meetings. I think that's a good thing. Another idea that you can do is you can you can maybe put it on their paychecks, like how many days off they have, and a note in there. You can add notes to the paychecks. If you talk to your payroll company and say, like, whatever you want to talk about your time off, max is 20 days per year. You can think about stuff like that. Now, for coverage, really hard to get coverage. I know that. You could consider asking some of the parents at your center if they want to substitute. Some parents would love to take the day off and do that, and you could pay them for it. Also, just putting notices out in private Facebook groups in your community, just saying we're looking for substitute teachers, and see if that helps, or a substitute aide. Even having an aide as a substitute is very beneficial. I know that's not easy, but I do believe that if you consistently post this in the Facebook groups, any community groups that you have, share at your church, share in your community that you live in, that you're looking for subs, like that can also help you with dealing with the attendance. And we were talking about these attendance policies at our center recently, because we have like viruses going around constantly, and all the teachers are getting sick. And it's not like they're calling out as a performance issue, because they don't. It's like a real life thing, and we need to find ways to deal with that. So I think that also helps as well. The last tip that I'm going to give you is consider the flexibility of holidays or paid time off types of things. And the last thing I want to talk about is like priority over who gets paid time off or not. And while like I do get employees that have been with you for a long time, it is hard to tell a newer employee, oh, you don't get that because you haven't been here long enough. So like really consider your flexibility in paid time off, rotating it, being flexible, ensuring that there's no favoritism in it. I think that can also help as well. These were just a few tips that I wanted to share with you that I'm seeing. So discuss like mental health days, have them come tell you in advance that they want to take a time off, that they need an unexpected day off, and you might be able to just easily work that out instead of having them call out. Limit the amount of time off that they can take to 20 and hold them to it. Consider putting limits on peak seasons like summer so that people can get a full week, and not let people just take these random summer days and take up that time frame, plotting that out in advance. Also, I didn't say this, but I want to add it in because I just thought of it, is reminding them that they need to take the paid time off. Because have you ever gotten to the end of a year and it's like weeks left and they're like, I have 2 weeks left, like 5 people, and you're like, we don't have the coverage. They need to be planning this. They need to be planning it. Consider reaching out to your parents and just consistently posting out in community groups at your church, with your friend groups, that you're just looking for a substitute that might be able to help you here and there. Another substitute idea that I had talked to someone else about was reaching out to the local bus company. You just never know. You got bus drivers that get done with work at like 8:30, let's say, and they don't have to go back until 1:30. Even just that coverage could give you a few lunch breaks covered. Think about reaching out to the bus company and see if they would share that you're looking for substitute teachers, and maybe that's something that you can do. I want you to think about all the different ways that you can flex with your paid time off so that your team feels respected, but also understands the respect you need for the ratios. I think it's really important that we discuss with our teams up front, in front of everybody. Everyone hears the same message, what expectations are around paid time off, and the challenges you also have as a child care center director. I think it's good to add that to your employee surveys if you're doing them at all, because you want to regularly review and adjust the policies as needed based on the center's evolving needs and the feedback from your team. Our quest for dynamic and effective time. I'm going to delete all that. All right, today I hope that you heard something that may help you. I think the biggest thing, again, is the communication. I think that'd be really important for you. So enough about time off. How about staffing our centers? Before I end the podcast, I want to talk to you about my free webinar I have coming up on March 27th called My Secret Show Up Trick. Discover the game-changing strategy to increase the chances a candidate shows up for an interview. How perfectly timed with this podcast when we're talking about staffing issues. I want you to join me for this workshop where I'm going to share a simple yet powerful trick that I use to boost my interview attendance by 67%. I think you'll like it. It's super easy. During the workshop, I'm going to share my secret trick. Can't even say the word, and then give you a workbook with the templates and tools you'll need to implement that right away. You can literally start doing this right after the workshop. I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity to transform your hiring process. Head to the show notes and register right now to join me for that free workshop. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will chat with you soon. If you have a topic that you would like me to cover, I want you to jump on my social media or email me. Everything's in the show notes, and let me know what you want to hear about. I hope you have a great day. Bye, everybody. Tools and strategies valuable for your child care center. To access even more resources and take your center to new heights, visit our website at thedirectorsclub.net. There you'll find a wealth of exclusive content, training programs, and support tailored specifically to child care center owners and directors. Don't miss out on this opportunity to unlock your center's full potential. Remember, success starts here at the Directors Club. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Directors Club. We hope you found tips, tools, and strategies valuable for your child care center. To access even more resources and take your center to new heights, visit our website at thedirectorsclub.net. There you'll find a wealth of exclusive content, training programs, and support tailored specifically to child care center owners and directors. Don't miss out on this opportunity to unlock your center's full potential. Remember, success starts here at the Directors Club.